If budgeting feels complicated, the 50-30-20 rule will change everything. No spreadsheets, no complicated math. Just 3 simple numbers. And a plan that actually works. Welcome to Budget and Beyond, where we make money simple. If you've ever tried to stick to a budget and failed after 2 weeks, trust me, you're not alone. Most people overcomplicate it, track every coffee, and end up frustrated. But what if budgeting didn't have to feel like a punishment? That's where the 50-30-20 rule comes in. A rule that's so simple, anyone can follow it, even if you've never budgeted a day in your life. When I first tried budgeting, I had this super detailed spreadsheet, 15 categories, color-coded, formulas everywhere. I felt productive for like 2 days. Then real life happened, groceries went up, a friend had a birthday dinner, my car needed gas, and my entire plan fell apart. Sound familiar? That's the biggest mistake people make, trying to be too precise instead of realistic. The 50-30-20 rule simplifies all that chaos into just 3 buckets. And once you get the hang of it, it's like flipping a switch. Suddenly you know where your money's going. Here's the breakdown. 50% for needs. These are your must-haves. Rent, groceries, utilities, insurance, minimum debt payments, things you literally can't live without. 30% for wants, the fun stuff. Eating out, Netflix, new clothes, date nights, hobbies. It's your lifestyle money. Guilt-free spending within limits. 20% for savings and debt payoff. This is your future you money. Emergency fund, investments, paying off extra debt, or saving for a big goal. Let's say you make $2,000 a month after taxes. Here's how it looks. $1,000, needs $600, wants $400, savings or debt payoff. That's it. 3 numbers. 1 plan. You don't need a fancy app, you just need awareness. Now, let's talk about that 50% for needs, because this is where most people struggle. If your rent alone eats up half your income, it can feel impossible to stick to this rule. Here's the truth. It's a guideline, not a law. If your needs take up 60%, that's fine. The goal is awareness, not perfection. The key is to make sure those expenses are truly needs. For example, groceries? Yes. Daily takeout because you're tired? Not quite a need. If your needs are too high, look for small ways to optimize. Negotiate bills, find a cheaper phone plan, or cook more meals at home. These micro adjustments add up. Now here's my favorite part. The wants. Most people feel guilty spending money on fun things, but the 50-30-20 rule actually encourages you to. Why? Because if you don't leave room for enjoyment, you'll burn out. Your wants are what make life enjoyable. Dinner with friends, a gym membership, hobbies, or your favorite streaming services. The trick is to be intentional. Ask yourself, does this purchase bring me lasting joy or just a quick dopamine hit? If it's something that truly adds value to your life, it belongs here. But if it's something that disappears into your closet or gets forgotten in a week, maybe skip it. And finally, the most powerful part, the 20% rule. This is the foundation of financial freedom. This 20% covers savings, investments, and debt repayment beyond the minimum. When I first started, I set up automatic transfers the day I got paid. 10% into savings, 10% toward debt. I never saw that money sitting in my checking account, so I never had a chance to spend it. That's the secret. Automate your progress. Even if you start with just 5%, that's okay. Consistency matters more than the number. Over time, you'll build the habit and increase it as your income grows. Remember, saving is not about how much you make. It's about how much you keep. Let's take another example. Say you earn $3,000 a month after taxes. Here's one possible split. $1,500, needs $900, wants $600, savings or debt payoff. But let's say your rent goes up and your needs jump to $1,800. Then maybe your wants go down to $700 and your savings to $500. That's still a win because your plan adjusts as life changes. A few quick mistakes to watch out for. Forgetting irregular expenses. Things like car repairs or annual subscriptions. Build a small, miscellaneous fund to cover those. Counting wants as needs. That Uber Eats dinner? That's not a need, not tracking at all. The rule only works if you actually know your numbers. So once a month, spend 10 minutes reviewing your spending. Just 10 minutes. You'll be shocked how much clarity that gives you. Here's the real magic of the 50-30-20 rule. It puts you in control. It gives your money a purpose. You don't have to stress about every dollar or feel guilty about spending. You'll know exactly how much is okay to spend and how much is helping you grow wealth. And over time, those small, consistent steps turn into real financial freedom. So here's your challenge. Take 10 minutes today and calculate your own 50-30-20 split. Comment below what your percentages look like. I'd love to see where you're starting. And if you want a free 50-30-20 template that does all the math for you, check the link in the description. Don't forget to hit subscribe, because at Budget and Beyond, we're turning simple habits into lifelong wealth.